Hi guys, into this video we are bringing you a Lucci gameplay after the ban list. And don't forget to follow us on our social media and remember that you can catch us live on Monday, Tuesday and Saturday. So, I won the dice roll and I decided to go second, and the main reason is the Forkos Kuzan, and as you can see, I have the Kuzan in my hand, so I'm pretty happy with the mulligan. The first turns are pretty standard. We'll just search with the sugar and the swing face. I will take the first life, as usual. And my fourth turn is really clear, because I'm just gonna swing on his searcher and play the Kuzan. And I think that Kuzan is a really strong card in this matchup, because basically every deck that cannot clear Kuzan early is in big trouble. Okay, he just plays a Bonchan and swing big. I will take this life. And I don't think that I need to remove the Bonchan right away, but I think that I can go for a more setup style in this moment. So I'm just gonna play my searcher to add a Tempest Kick. Yeah, and here I get it. And I will just play the Rebecca to protect myself, because I'm already at 3 life. And I want a blocker. So I will add some counter and just pass the turn. Okay, here he goes with the combo, the Luffy plus Rocinante combo that is really good, but I prepared my board and my hand to deal with it. In fact, I used Spandin the turn before to add a Tempest Kick, and I did not swing with the Kuzan to keep him alive. Here he swings for 7 and I will guard, because in this way my graveyard will be big enough to trigger the Tempest Kick reduction. So here I will just clear everything thanks to Kuzan, Tempest Kick, Leader Ability, and Dina. And Lucci from hand, clearly. So I prepared the display, setting up the board and my hand, thanks to Spandam and Kuzan. Okay, so I basically cleared the whole board. Bonchan is not a threat in this moment, so that's fine. And he's gonna play Queen, that is a strong card overall, but will not do too much in this moment. And there he plays God Threat, that is a really good card in this spot, because it can remove my Kuzan. If he was not able to remove Kuzan, the game would have been just over. So it was necessary for him. Okay, here it swings with Bonchan, and I will keep myself at 3 life. Here I messed it up with the sequencing. I should have just attacked with the Spandam first on the Bonchan. You always wanna hit first with little attacks, because now I will basically give a value to his queen that otherwise would have not done nothing. Yeah, I attacked too late with Spandam, and it just gets to free block. Here I continue the swing. And I will play a Lucci from hand to clear the queen. Maybe here Kuzan was better, to be honest, because queen, okay, that's a good card, but that's a blocker. But with Kuzan, I was probably in a better spot to do a double removal the turn after, and any big bodies would have been removed thanks to Kuzan on board. But I also have my Stuss in hand, so that's not a misplay for me. And here he just swings on my Lucci, and I guard it. He plays another Searcher, that is fine for me. And in the next turn, I don't have removals in hand, don't have any answers, so I will just swing to his leader. I start with a 7 to see if he has some 2Ks. Then I go with a 8K, and he uses the first Gangnam Giant, so I'm happy about that. So here I will just keep swinging with my leader and also with my Inas. So I will go with another 6, and then 8, 8. So he will take the first one. It will give me 2K, 1K for the other attack. Okay, here I wanted to stay high on lives. I don't want to go too low, so I will just take one. Yeah, because I was scared about a rusher. Okay, here I think that I played a bad turn, because I should have just gone for lethal. It was not an easy lethal, but it was on 4 cards in hand. So, okay, 2 dons open are huge versus purple, because Gangnam Giant is broken, but maybe I was too scared. I just decided to go with a safe play, so Rebe Sabo. But in the end, I think that this was a bad play, because a 9 cost mom would have just been game over for me, because he would have just been immortal from that point. 1 life, 1 unopen, Shanks on board. I don't think that it's a good spot if he saw a big mom. But luckily for me, he did not see any big mom. So I'm able to guard everything in this turn and try to go for lethal the turn after. Okay, he will go with a senior pink, add back the Gangnam Giant. And luckily for me, he did not have any other blockers. So I will just try to go for lethal now. Okay, here I start with a 6. Another one. Hoping that he's pretty bricked in his hand. And he gives me a Gangnam Giant on a 6. So I'm like, okay, I think that I can win this. I go with another 6. I tried to make him give me another Gangnam Giant on a 6 attack, because I knew that he was bricked in hand, and as you can see, he was with all brick in his hand, so I won. Okay, it was a tough game, because that Shax really ruined my plan to go for lethal easily, and I think that I misplayed in the last turn, basically, because I should have just gone for lethal when he has 4 cards in hand, because the turn after the spot was just worst. But I still managed to win. And in this matchup, I would have loved to see some Kaidos, but I was stuck with the Stussy in my hand. That is not great, I think, because in this game, if I played the Stussy in any spots, I would have just lost if he tries to go for lethal. I think that Kaido is slightly better in the matchup. But overall, the deck is pretty solid, and Kuzan is clearly goated in this sort of matchup. Don't forget to follow us on our social media, and bye.